And we are on. Welcome to the Stan Show. I'm Stan Arthur. This is the Stan Show. So congratulations, you made it. And thank you very much for being here. Hey, don't forget, please, to like and subscribe to what we're doing here because, some effort involved here. We're having fun, sure, but it's always nice when people who are watching the show are subscribing to the channel on YouTube. Just recently, we made the show available on Rumble as well as on X, also uploading it to Facebook. So I appreciate you, wherever you're watching it, that you also subscribe on YouTube. That would be really cool. Anyway, today I'm here with my co-host, Chevy Millard. How you doing, Chevy?
What's happening, Stan?
What kind of weekend did you have? I heard you played out.
Oh, yeah. We had the Swing Cancer Support, and we played some music over there, raised some money for some cancer survivors and some treatments.
That's utterly fantastic. I tried to get over there. I was busy here in the studio with this young man right here, a very, very grown-up 21-year-old.
Oh, wow.
And we are in the process of recording 5 of his original tunes.
Okay.
And we basically got it done, other than he's got to sing his lead vocals, and that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Very
It's
cool.
gonna be cool.
Very cool.
His songs are excellent.
Yeah.
I was super impressed with him. Yeah, really, really impressed with him. And his name is Landon Nations. And he's just a local guy.
Okay.
And he's busy running the recreation center over here that's in my backyard, basically.
Right.
He's got a boss, but his boss is out for maternity leave. So he's kind of running the joint over there. A lot of responsibility for a freshly minted adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, super guy. And then to top it off, I had another guest here, one of my dear, dear old buddies from Nashville. His name is TJ Clay. This was just, I took this morning as he was getting ready to leave. He was, he camped out here last night. He was sleeping on the sofa bed over there. But I get to see TJ every once in a while. He and I toured together for 2 years from 1977 to 1979.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And 2 North American tours with our rock band, Free Fare.
Gotcha.
And man, he just got to be one of my bestest buddies of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't get to see him very much, but he has moved back to Nashville from San Diego and reclaimed his condo there, or his home there.
Gotcha.
And so we'll be seeing a lot more of him. I thought
cool.
I thought I was going to be able to drop by his house on my trip I'm going to Kentucky this week.
Right.
Friday morning, I'll be leaving for Kentucky on my UFO trip.
There you go.
And hopefully get some fun footage there. Glenn and I talked about it, and he's got some good camera equipment and such. So we're going to try to do a whole podcast worth of material in his house. He's got a studio also.
Right.
And he has a lot of background experience in photography and videography. So that'll be fun. That'll be great catching up with Glenn, especially because he's kind of guy, he's so laid back.
Right.
And he kind of talks like this.
Right.
Speak up, Glenn. Speak up. But what a life he's had, man.
You got to promise me this, though. If you get abducted, you have to video chat me.
Well, there aren't a whole lot of orbs doing abductions, but he's getting those orbs every night.
Gotcha.
And one massive one that he said now he's inviting the you know what MUFON is?
No.
This is called the Mutual UFO Network.
Okay.
MUFON, and there's a chapter in every state.
Okay.
And so the statewide Kentucky president of MUFON, or chairman or whatever they call him, he's coming to Glenn's, and we're going to be there together with him.
Oh, cool.
So he's observed it before, and he's going to be there for it. And he has told Glenn has figured that this one massive orb from which other orbs come out of and dance around and do whatever. He figured that orb was probably somewhere between 30 to 50 feet in diameter.
Oh, wow.
And this fellow observed it. He said, no, that thing's more like 250 feet in diameter.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
I've seen the videos.
Yeah?
I've seen the videos, especially that thing going behind a group of trees and just shining out from behind the trees. And all that. It's really nuts. Absolutely nuts. But he's into this CE5 thing. I think I asked you before if you were familiar with Dr. Stephen Greer.
Yeah, I've heard the name. Yeah.
Yeah, a former emergency room doctor who 30 years ago quit and became like one of the most leading authorities on UAP anywhere.
Right.
And has gobs and gobs and gobs of information that he's never let out simply because he values his life.
Right.
And as we know, a lot of people have been unalived because of things that they knew.
Right.
And many more have been threatened.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Stephen Greer invented this. I say that loosely, but invented this technique where it's a meditation thing where you or whatever in your backyard, and these things will appear. And he's got a lot of video to back that up,
Right.
and all that. But so Glenn's kind of into that.
I got you.
Glenn is a Bible believing, born again Christian, and I got to give it to him for that. But he says that whatever he's doing, these things just appear.
Right.
And it's right. He, like I said, the Daniel Boone Forest is his backyard.
Right.
And he's gone out there a lot and done a lot of trips. He's got a lot of videos on YouTube, it turns out, which he never told me before. Like, Glenn, you got to tell me this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
You got to tell me these things. But
That's crazy.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. He takes some of his buddies out there sometime. These amazing caves out there. Great caves. He calls one the Bigfoot cage because he's found stuff in there. It just looks like somebody's been camping out in there, and it's not human.
Right.
So
hey.
he's found, fur and hair and stuff. Crazy stuff.
Well, according to my 2-year-old son, every time he sees a Bigfoot statue or something like that, he points at that and goes, "Dad," I'm like, I don't know if I take that. I don't know if I like that.
Well, Sasquatch is a compelling thing.
Yeah.
Very compelling thing. And some people, there's been a lot of new footage in the last couple of years because people are setting up trail cams on trees.
Right.
And they're getting some amazing footage.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Of course, everybody's calling it fake and AI and all that. You probably don't know this. I started a web series called The Adventures of Alan the Alien.
Okay.
And it's on hiatus right now because I kind of ran out of ideas.
Right.
But I did several episodes, and I put it up on the Stan Show YouTube channel. There's a playlist that's just called The Adventures of Alan the Alien. It's all AI. It's all done with AI. It has to do with about a 5-foot-tall gray alien named Alan and his buddy, who is Chester the Bigfoot.
Okay.
And they just have their adventures together.
Right.
And I've had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun putting that together and doing that. So tell me how you did this week. What was going on this week with you?
Not much. For people who don't know, I'm part of a band called Tribe Called Praise. It's a local band.
Yep.
We love to tell people about Jesus through rock and roll. We got to play this weekend, and we're actually getting to play at the end of October. I want to say the 29th at Camp Livenwater. They're doing a big trick-or-treat thing out there. So if you get a chance, come on out there.
Where is that, please?
Camp Livenwater is out there on Deep Creek.
Deep Creek. Is that like a Christian camp? Sounds like it for the name.
Yeah, they actually are a Christian camp. They actually hold different boys clubs that come through, different kinds of camps. All churches use them out from the whole country.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah. Yep. And so that's what's been going on. I do want to give a special shout out, though.
Yes, please do.
Absolutely. I have a goddaughter named Lexi. She goes to Swain Middle now. And
is she like 13 or something?
I believe like 11 or 12 or something.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm terrible with ages, so I probably got that wrong. I have to ask my wife how old I am sometimes. But anyways, they usually once in a while they pick a student, just a few students, and they get an award. Well, this is not her first time, but her second time earning this award. It's the Best and Then Some award. And so I want to give a big congratulations to Lexi. And if you can, comment below, just say congratulations, Lexi.
Oh, that would be sweet. Now say it again. What kind of award was it?
Our Best and Then Some award.
Best and Then Some.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's given her best and then some, and she really does it a lot.
And that's from the school?
That's from the school.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's great.
She'll be presented with an award. Actually, should be this evening. Should be happening now in front of her family and friends.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Well, congratulations to your goddaughter.
Yes.
Goddaughter, right?
Yep.
Lexi, right?
That's it.
Lexi. Very, very good. Congratulations, Lexi. And I hope that you continue to grow and learn and just be a good person, because
Absolutely.
we need more of that in the world.
Yes.
So there you go. Well, let's talk about what's going on in the world, man. We got to talk about peace busted out all over the world, man. We're just I was following the progress today on the television,
Right.
and it was just It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, the stuff that was going down. And for those of you who don't know, we now have peace in the Middle East. And people, say, well, we finally have peace between Israel and Hamas, but it actually goes deeper than that.
Right.
We're talking about Iran, and they have nothing to do with flock of seagulls. I don't know if you know what that's about. But Iran, Syria,
Yeah.
Of course, Hamas and all that. And I've recently learned about some not too comfortable stuff about Hamas and how they were funded and all that.
Yeah.
There's an organization called CAIR, if you've ever heard that, CAIR. Darn if I can remember what it stands for. But it's something like Conference of Arab Emirates, something like that.
Right.
But anyway, it's a lot of it's kind of the Arab version of the UN, or maybe our version of NATO, or just something like that.
Right.
But anyway, so it's their conference between all of them, and a lot of funding was coming to Hamas through that organization.
Yeah.
But the big thing they did this morning in Israel with Donald Trump, of course. Man, he is being hailed as the total hero with them. They are on fire for him.
Yeah.
And then he immediately got on a plane and went to a conference in Egypt,
Right.
where many nations were represented. Oddly, not Russia, though. Vladimir Putin did not show up. He was not part of that. So there is that. But so this is how it went down. From what I understand, this is how it went down, is that Trump told Hamas, we're coming out with a deal, like a 20-point accord, and you're going to agree to it. And if you don't, we're going to let Israel loose on you to finish what you started.
Right.
And apparently that made sense. And of course, that included releasing the hostages immediately.
Right.
And then he went to Bibi Netanyahu and he said, you do this, or you're going to lose all funding from the U.S.
Right.
Immediately, cut off. And Bibi's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was this really well thought out 20-point program. And of course, we've only been through phase one.
Right.
Let's see how it all plays out.
Right.
But the hostages were released this morning.
Yeah. I watched the video of the hostages being released.
It's
and,
pretty heart-rendering.
Some of the Gaza prisoners getting back into Gaza on buses and stuff.
Yep.
And it's nice to see people getting back to their homes. And I'm really hoping this peace holds. Like you said, we're in the early stages.
Yeah.
And
well, you sent me one thing which was kind of interesting, and this had to do with Hillary and Condoleezza Rice. I've always liked Condoleezza Rice. I just think she's a quality person. I don't think so highly of Hillary Clinton,
right,
and the trail of dead bodies behind her. But it was nice to see them talking to each other and both giving Trump the credit for what happened, for what went down. I also have to say we got to give credit to Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
Because he brokered the entire deal without Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump sent him over there to make this happen, and he made it happen.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Yeah. Did you watch the video where Trump was in that meeting and Marco Rubio came running in? It's like, pieces at the door. Come on.
Yeah, I did see that.
Crazy.
That was a great clip.
Yeah.
It's a great clip. And I saw in the cabinet meeting where Rubio was talking about how close they were and how good it was going and all that. And Trump was so complimentary of him. And, Marco Rubio was one of Trump's worst critics when they were both running for president.
Right.
And said really not nice things about Donald Trump. Yeah. Everybody's on the same team now.
Yeah.
All those folks are on the same team now.
Yeah. And that's what I told you. I mean, and sadly, I have to say this. My opinions are my opinions, not even my associates or anything that I'm involved with.
Right.
But I'm not the hugest fan of Donald Trump and everything, but I will give credit where credit is due and everything. And I'm not just this whole anti-Trump everything. But no, it's
the
crazy.
TDS.
Yeah.
TDS.
Yeah.
And we've seen a whole bunch of it.
Yeah. But this is a hard thing, and this is an amazing thing that they brokered.
Yeah, absolutely. People got to remember, Chevy, it's very important that people remember that before he came down that escalator in 2015, this man was the darling of the left.
Right.
They loved him.
Right.
And he had the #1 TV show, and everything was great and everything was rosy, but then he decided to be a Republican.
Right.
And decided that there were a whole bunch of things about America that needed fixing.
Right.
And that's when it just all blew apart for the left.
Yeah.
That he just became the sudden instant enemy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not right.
Yeah.
You know, there's zero objectivity about that. It's just instant, lockstep hatred.
Yeah.
And people say, "What, he's so mean, he's so cruel," and all that. And I have to say, well, he's pretty snappy sometimes, but he's only answering back.
Right.
He only fights back when he's attacked. And, you know, of course, those people don't care. They're not ever going to change their mind about any of that. But there is that. So it's important to remember that. It's also important to remember that if he were to do something tomorrow that the true believers didn't like,
Right.
they'd let him know.
Yeah.
It's not like that on the Democrat side.
Right.
It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
They just, what are the talking points now?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Blah, 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 you know, and you see that you see it all the time.
Yeah.
And there's an excellent example of that this weekend on Sunday morning. It's CBS Sunday morning show
Right.
with George Stephanopoulos.
Yeah.
And he had J.D. Vance on. And there was a little dust up in that. Did you see it?
I didn't get a chance to do that, no.
Well, I can describe it for you very quickly. Stephanopoulos got off on this thing about Tom Homan.
Right.
And he said, "Did Tom Homan accept the $50,000 bribe?" And J.D. Vance is like, "Wait a second. First of all, I don't know anything about the $50,000.
Right.
And I know that if Tom Homan got $50,000, that he earned it from somebody. So you tell me, George Stephanopoulos, who did he get it from?
Right.
And what did he do for it?"
Right.
And you know how George Stephanopoulos answered him?
What's that?
He said, "Did he accept the $50,000 or not?"
Didn't even answer the question.
No.
Yeah.
No. And JD said, George, this is why nobody watches your show anymore. Did you see what just happened there?
Right.
And so he asked him again, "I'm giving you one more chance to answer the question. Did he take the $50,000 or not as a bribe?"
Right.
A bribe of $50,000. And he just said, I just explained it to you. Who did it come from? And, you know, and what did he do to get that? I said, if he got $50,000, I'm sure it was for services rendered.
Right.
You know, but why won't you, you know, and then he cuts back to himself, George Stephanopoulos, who just says, "There you have it, folks. I asked him and he refuses to answer. Let's go to commercial." Yeah. Like,
wait a minute.
but
Right.
it's a legitimate question to ask.
Right.
You know, who did he receive it from and what did he do for it to get it?
Yeah.
They won't answer that.
If it was a bribe, what was the quid pro quo?
There's no bribe.
Yeah.
There's no bribe. I like Homan. He's a tough guy.
Right.
You know, I like him.
Right.
I mean, it takes tough guys to make this stuff happen.
Yeah.
To get this stuff done.
Yeah.
Gosh. So there's that. So peace is breaking out all over. So Trump is now up to 8. He's ended 8 wars.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
And now it's just up to Putin to allow this thing to come to an end.
Yeah.
Which I'm very skeptical about that.
Yeah.
But we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure Putin's working on his own version of NATO with his neighboring countries.
Or China.
Yeah.
India.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we'll actually see that in the future.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd like to see peace worldwide and a new understanding.
Right.
But
yeah,
human race hasn't really developed much in the last 1,000 years.
That's true. we like war. It makes money.
And what do they say about war? What's the purpose of war?
What's that?
It's to kill people and break things.
Right.
And of course, there's an entire industry dedicated to that.
Yep.
And if we're not at war, they don't get fed.
Yeah.
So
sadly enough,
the machine wants to be fed.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's that's a pure dichotomy of life that is unpleasant.
Right.
And we were warned. We were warned by Eisenhower as he was leaving office. He said, beware of the military-industrial complex, inserting its influence in politics where it does not belong. And he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people listened.
Yeah.
But it happened anyway.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Nutty kind of stuff.
The industrial complex makes more money.
So I feel that Donald Trump deserves a lot of congratulations for everything that he's done 8 times now in 9 months. And if he can pull off the Russia-Ukraine thing, more power to him. I don't know what that looks like, though. That's going to be very complicated.
Right.
Very complicated. You have any opinions on that?
I'm very curious and everything because when he was running for office, he said he could end the Russian war in 30 days, and we're kind of more than 30 days out.
At one point, he said he'd end it in a day.
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, slow up.
Yeah.
But no, I actually, in my opinion, I don't think that war is going to end anytime soon. I think there's going to be a lot more destruction before that comes to an end.
Yeah, Trump recently said that between the two countries, they're losing about an average of 7,000 people a week.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that kind of carnage and death in my own little mind. I can't conceive of where are all those bodies going. And I've heard that the entire generation in Ukraine that generation of young fighting men is pretty well gone.
Right.
And that they are, I've even heard that they're putting bags over people's heads and dragging them off the street and putting them in uniforms and sticking them out there on the front line.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy right now. I've got a buddy I watch on YouTube. He's not my buddy, but I watch him on YouTube. It's called Dylan Burns. And he goes out. He's actually gone to Ukraine. He's a war journalist.
Yeah.
And he's actually gone out to Ukraine and talked with these people and sat with them and ate with them and everything. He just shows how crazy things have gotten over there. And people are literally just sitting at a table trying to eat their lunch, and sirens are going off and a bomb hits right outside and everything. People are just trying to live, and they don't want any part of this, and it's there in their life.
Well, there you go. This is all on Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Every bit of it is on Vladimir Putin.
Absolutely.
And if I was in power, I'd bring him up on war crimes and take him out.
Absolutely.
And I feel that somebody should be taking him out. I mean, it would solve a lot of issues, especially this whatever coalition he's trying to put together with Xi and whoever. I don't know.
I mean, China's already sent some people over to Russia to help him out. So I think there's going to be a Russian version of NATO in the future.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Only time can tell.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about this Washington, D.C. cathedral bomber that was taken out before he could do his dirty deed?
I actually haven't.
This is extremely serious when you hear what this guy brought to this church.
Okay.
This is a cathedral in D.C. This guy's name is Louis Jerry. He was arrested on October 5th after being found with more than 200 homemade hand grenades.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was all found in a tent that he had set up outside the cathedral. It was St. Matthew's the Apostle in Washington, D.C., and the incident occurred just prior to an annual Red Mass, which is attended by very important people legally and Supreme Court leaders.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine what that would have been like?
That is crazy. That's kind of like, have you seen the TV show Designated Survivor?
No.
The premise is every major U.S. leader is at the Pentagon, I want to say, or at the congressional where they ever meet.
Okay.
And a bomb goes off and takes them out and everything. And what they gotta have is called a designated survivor, and he's hundreds of miles away from this area. So in case something does happen to all these world leaders, he is now in charge. This is the person.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was like, that just sounds like the plot of that to start with, and that's crazy. Nobody noticed this guy carrying in boxes
A
into
tent.
this tent.
There was a tent. I saw a picture of it. There was a tent on the steps of the cathedral.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And nobody questioned it. Well, somebody finally questioned it, I guess.
Well, I know. I believe it was the FBI took him out.
Right.
But yeah. So
That's crazy.
you see, he had all these bottles filled with yellow fluid, and then they broke it down and said what it was. Incredibly dangerous. Not as dangerous as nitrous. I'm sorry. Not as dangerous as nitroglycerin.
Okay.
But it was nitro something.
Okay.
And it responds to heat.
Right.
So, or I don't know, maybe a more. If it's a grenade, you're throwing it.
Right.
So who knows?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
some sort of kinetic energy thing there.
Right.
But not as volatile as nitroglycerin.
Right.
So,
Well,
there was that.
amazingly, we don't know. Luckily.
Man, people just losing their minds out
Yeah.
there. Absolutely losing their minds.
So crazy.
All right, what else did we come up with to talk about today? Oh, how about this one? Hey, let's talk about this. So the state of Florida has just come up with the absolute strongest, bestest legislation against aerial spraying and geoengineering in the state of Florida.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're talking about the same thing that Lee Zeldin and the EPA just last week said doesn't exist.
Right. Right.
And I lived in Florida for 60 years. We had a whole bunch of it.
Right.
My challenge still is in place. If anybody out there can find a photograph from 50 years ago where the skies are all crisscrossed with chemtrails, let me know. All right? Because it started after that. Until that time, you never saw that. But I think it's been a good 30, maybe 40 years
Right.
since we've been seeing all that.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely nutty stuff. So again, we're talking about the airplanes that go up and they have huge tanks inside them and they have nozzles that are either coming out of the wingtips or out of the back of the plane, and they spray the skies and they leave this massive trail behind them that does nothing but spread out for hours.
Right.
And then we have complete cloud cover after that, and they call it dimming.
Right.
But it's really, really bad chemicals.
Right.
Right? Spraying is not good for children or other living things. And we're talking plants and animals and humans and everything.
Absolutely.
We're talking about aluminum oxide, hydrolyzed metals
Right.
that we're breathing. Because it's got to go somewhere. And we have this little thing called gravity.
Yeah.
And it all comes down.
Absolutely.
All right? So real bad stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for years and years and years. But in a lot of ways, it's being ramped up.
Yeah.
And in England, they're doing it and talking about it. Say, we're going to do this.
Right.
Because we want to mitigate global warming. And when you listen to actual scientists have actual history in front of them and saying we've been through 6 ice ages that we know of,
Right.
and there have been cooling periods and warming periods, cooling periods and warming periods, and that's just always the way it's been.
Right.
And what are they blaming on? What are these climate alarmists? What are they blaming on? They blame it on
Global warming.
well, what is it that they blame the chemist? They blame carbon dioxide.
That's right. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And what do you think the content of carbon dioxide is right now in our world? What do you think the percentage of it is?
I have no idea.
It's 0.004%.
Okay.
That's the carbon dioxide content in our atmosphere, in what we breathe right now. That's not bad.
No.
It's been as high in history. It's been as high as 20%.
Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with like volcano eruptions and bad stuff like that.
Right.
But it's currently 0.004% carbon dioxide,
It's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
And it is absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about all this is like even if you are a skeptic of the other chemicals they put in to cloud seeding, to cloud modification, to weather modification and everything, you can't deny that they do cloud seeding.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Yes.
They have confirmed it's happening.
Well, there are whole companies that do it for a living. This is what they do.
Right.
And farmers will hire them to come out and do their thing, create rain for their crops.
Right.
We're talking about something completely different.
Right.
Completely different from that.
Right.
And something that has been completely hidden and secret from United States citizens for the entire time it's been happening.
Right.
And it just so happens that England and whatever his name is, Kerr or Carr or whatever he is, the prime minister, that said, we're doing this.
Right.
And we're doing it on purpose because we need to mitigate global warming.
Right.
Trump made an absolute fool out of him in the Oval Office last week. I don't know if you saw that. No. In a friendly way.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
These guys, these leftists, they just get on their causes. And I mean, you compare it to all kinds of stuff, not just global warming, but also so much of this stuff, a lot of the trans issues.
Right.
Oh, man. And so many of us, including me, are just so worn out from it. Just they wear me out.
Yeah.
And it's just so good to have a common sense administration right now. Now, that being said, we should probably talk a little bit about Marjorie Taylor Greene and what she's going through right now. Have you heard about this?
I haven't heard.
Okay. Well, she did an interview just over the weekend or Friday or whatever. She did a television interview or podcast interview where she's starting to pretty hard complain about prices.
Yeah.
About prices and about how Donald Trump hasn't done a thing about it.
Right.
And everybody's going, what happened to her? What happened? I said, well, nothing really happened to her. If you have watched her career and you've been following along with her, she's just a warrior for truth.
Right.
Truth. I want truth and I want resolution. I want truth and resolution. So she's absolutely cheering for these indictments that have been handed down.
Right.
But at the same time, she says healthcare is at its most unaffordable point right now than ever in the United States, and no one's doing anything about it. The president's not spearheading a program, and the Congress isn't writing bills on it. It's not happening.
Right.
And, of course, a lot of the Democrats are complaining about this as well,
right.
and rightfully so. But they're closed. They allowed the government to be closed down
right.
and claimed that this is it,
right.
which I don't believe. But
yeah.
I don't believe in that. They're trying to claw back funding that was eliminated by the big, beautiful bill.
Right.
And Trump's not going to do that.
Right.
He's not going to allow that. So the Republicans tried to pass a clean resolution, a CR, meaning no pork, no fat, no other things other than we're kicking the can down the road.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And Democrats say, no, we want concessions.
Right.
We want concessions. We're going to hold the government hostage until we get our concessions. Well, they're not going to get their concessions. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
And have you seen what Trump is doing with this? He's firing a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people in government are losing their jobs.
Yeah.
See, they're shutting stuff down.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, I have a hard time with this whole shutdown thing and everything, and that's where I kind of agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene because there's some first stuff I'm like, okay, calm down, lady. But this, when she was talking about the healthcare and everything, because the whole shutdown feels like a Mexican standoff for me. Everybody's holding
absolutely
a gun
is. You're right.
at each other and be like, if you don't do this, we're not going to do this and everything. And we're like, okay, you guys need to stop this because the healthcare should have been taken care of already. So that's kind of on the Republicans that they haven't taken care of this already and everything.
I agree.
And the shutdown is because the Democrats haven't voted to reopen and everything. So everybody's just pointing the fingers at everybody and be like, okay, it's everybody.
Yeah, and she's not just talking about healthcare. She's
right.
also talking about groceries, gasoline,
right.
and just the cost of living and the fact that young people are not ever going to be able to own a home.
Nope. I have looked. Me and my wife are looking right now, and there's no way. Yeah, that's the struggle because like I'm 34, and we've been looking just around this area and everything, and sadly enough, a lot of what's happening in our town is people are buying up the housing and turning them to Airbnbs.
Absolutely.
So that's sucking up a lot of the housing around here.
I was thinking that was going downhill.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because last year the Airbnbs were off by like 20% in
right.
1 year. But this year they're way up.
Yeah.
This year you can't get a reservation. They're booked months in advance.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were looking and you're talking about buying a house for $80,000. And I was like, golly, 80,000 would only get you some land with a bunch of trees on it.
Yeah.
Now, if that.
Yep.
And no, we've created such a renting class now and everything that we're stuck in that and everything. And
Yeah, a lot of people would say that this is by design.
right.
That you've got China and BlackRock, State Street, all buying up everything.
Yeah.
And I've heard about from where I came from in St. Pete that a lot of these older houses, some of these big 2-story houses, they're tearing them down and they're building 3 small houses on the same lot.
Right.
And then that's for renters. Nobody's ever going to own those except for who's ever behind the scenes owning those things. It's all done through management companies.
Right.
And, and all that. But I absolutely believe that's where we're headed.
I mean, even if you get a loan from the bank to be able to buy a house, the interest rates are going to be outrageous that your kids are going to be paying off that house.
Clearly, yes.
And everything. Yeah. It's so
not
sad.
Good. Not good. Not good at all. Anyway, but you know what? I got to tell you something, and I want to give you some congratulations because you had something to do with it. And that is that our first podcast together last week was viewed, I've done the math now, 9 times more than my 2 previous podcasts.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's pretty
cool.
neat.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it probably has something to do with making the shorts and directing the shorts back to the podcast or whatever.
Right.
But last week was also the first time I put the podcast on all of the different programs, platforms.
Gotcha.
Rather than just linking to it.
Gotcha.
You know.
Right.
And sure, it got some views there, here and there and everything. But as to why it went up on YouTube, it is a mystery.
Hey.
I know. But anyway.
Well, hopefully they keep going up.
Great. I just want it one more time because we didn't really get into it.
I got you.
But I want to get one more time into what Ron DeSantis has done and the wide-reaching effects of this because it's pretty incredible.
Right.
And you see, there's like 3 different bills that cover different aspects of this, and they've all been implemented now. But there's going to be serious accountability where this comes from.
Right.
And people who are doing this, the firms, the secret shadowy firms that are doing this, they're going to be sought out. They're going to be shut down.
Yeah.
All right. And if they still want to keep it up, they're going to have to fly planes in from other states to do this and all that. But the airports now have to be accountable on a monthly basis because they know what those planes are doing.
Right.
Those people know what's going on.
Right.
They pay fees to be able to use airports and such.
Yeah.
So they know where it's coming from. Yeah. So they have to be 100% accountable and report to the government any of these style of planes that are coming and going from those airports.
Absolutely.
So that's outstanding.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
I mean, he said right there, those who violate the law face a 3rd-degree felony charge, up to 5 years in prison, and fines up to $100,000.
Yeah, there's nothing shady about that.
Yeah.
I mean that's no uncertain terms right there. That's very, very cool. So congratulations, Ron DeSantis, for putting that through and making that happen.
Absolutely.
You've been a great governor, and I've been very, very happy with you.
Yeah.
And since we left, it's just been carrying on. It's been going on and on. And, everything changes, doesn't it? I mean, when you see what happened between Trump and DeSantis back during the race and all that, and all the bad blood and all that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But
I was a DeSantis fan, and I just think they put him in way too early.
Absolutely.
I think he's still got his teeth to cut some more before the president.
I really think J.D. Vance is going to be the next president.
Think so?
That's yeah. He's learned from the master.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that if Vance and DeSantis go head to head, it's not going to be good.
No,
it's not going to be good.
No. DeSantis is not there yet. He's great at governing Florida.
Yeah. He sure can't talk the talk these days, though.
He's getting there.
Every time he gets behind that podium, man, I'm just like, dude, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it. And it's not super tough guy stuff or anything like that. It's just everything is matter-of-fact, common sense, and this is the way it's going to be from now on.
Right.
And I love it. I just absolutely love it. We'll see how it shakes out. Trump is... personally, I don't believe Trump is remotely serious about trying to be president again.
Right.
But he just, he's a troll.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And he loves to troll the left with that all the time. You saw he put the 2028 hats on his desk when Schumer and what's his name came to his office. The dime store Obama, they call him. Yeah.
Something Keem.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like that. I blame my age, so you've got no excuse. So just to wrap it up, I told you over some text messages that I've been learning how to play bass guitar to some of your band's songs.
Right.
Well, I can't learn you guys do a lot of originals, and I can't learn that without hearing the originals. Not sure how you guys did that unless there was a lot of rehearsals that went on.
Yeah. We see this time of season, this is where we all get really busy with other things.
Yeah.
And so we don't meet as often and everything. But no, when we meet and everything, we like to crank out the songs. We like to sit down and write them out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to horn in on your band, but you do need a bass player.
Right.
And I can play.
Right.
All right. It's not going to be fancy, but the bottom end's going to be there.
Right.
And I really just want to play, especially for the sake of my fingers, because bass guitar is very hard on the fingers.
Right.
The blisters and the calluses and all that stuff. But I very much enjoy the music. I like the covers that you're doing.
Right.
It's all Christian. It's all Christian stuff.
Yes, sir.
Every bit of it is
Absolutely.
Christian stuff. So you're not breaking down and doing rock and roll hoochie coo or anything like that.
No.
So
No.
you guys got a nice sound system.
Yeah.
I heard that other band playing on it down there at the park.
Yeah.
Over the weekend. It sounded great.
Brandon Loftus is one of the best sound engineers I've ever worked with or worked for.
Yeah.
He has a side company called it's called Loftus and Sons Audio.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it Bryson City?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's in his own LLC, and he does sounds for Bryson City. He's worked with big festivals, and we also do sound installations, and we've put up sounds in churches.
That's amazing
and
to me,
everything.
because I would not think that a company like that would survive in little old Bryson City.
It's word, and it's by word of mouth and everything, and
Yeah.
it's great. It's picked up over the years, and it's great. I actually work for that too, and if you go to what's the pizza place in Silva called? It's where No Name used to be.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
any
think of the name off the top of my head. But we did the sound in there, so if you go in there and hear the speakers and stuff, that's our equipment that we sold them. And it's crazy. He's a great sound engineer.
Great. I've done a lot of big live sound myself
Right.
over the years. I love engineering. I'm a big fan of sound engineering.
Right.
And getting great sounds live and studying what some of the big guys have done.
Right.
And how they do this and time aligning stuff and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, it's great.
It's a form of artwork.
It absolutely is. But the sound that when I got there, it was what were they called? Cher. What was the band called? Their shirt said Cher something.
It's a Peaks worship band. It's the Peaks Church worship band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did a heck of a lot of sound with just an acoustic guitar, bass guitar, and a drummer.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It sounded very full.
Yeah.
Sounded very, very full.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And speaking of full sounds, the band we saw down here, BCB, Saturday night, went down there with my son. We had a good old time.
Yeah.
I believe they're called Rock Holler.
Okay.
Good band.
Yeah.
Good band. I have one criticism, and it's very, very unimportant.
I gotcha.
But these guys have 4-part harmony.
Okay.
Outstanding, totally in tune, nailing each part. But they go a little overboard.
Right.
If you're doing Creed,
Yeah.
you should not have 4-part harmony.
Yeah.
It sounded like the Oak Ridge Boys doing Creed.
Oh wow.
But they were outstanding. Outstanding band.
Yeah.
Really outstanding band. Good
Yeah.
players too.
Yeah.
Very, very good players. It was an electronic kit.
Okay.
But it's one of those electronic kits that looks like a real drum kit.
I gotcha. The
but
pricey ones.
extremely well mixed.
Gotcha.
Extremely well mixed. And all the black digital cymbals and everything.
Right.
Some of the crispest, nicest sounds coming out of that kit. I was
Very
very
cool.
impressed. Very impressed.
Cool,
I enjoyed
cool.
it. And the drummer, rock solid.
Right.
Just rock solid. None of this weird tempo shifts.
Right.
And you know what Pat Boone, Debbie Boone is? It's a drum lick. Think
Okay.
about it. Think about it. Say it.
Pat
Boone, Debbie Boone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, some guys, that's all they know.
Yeah.
It's like, get to a lick, and then they'll speed up, and they'll go Pat Boone, Debbie Boone, and then slow back down again.
Right.
Yeah. As a drummer, you got to have feel.
Yeah.
And there's something, especially in rock and roll, there's something about playing just a little bit behind the beat.
Yeah.
Just to, that's it. And TJ mentioned that to me the other day. He said, yeah, man, I always remember you played that way, and it was just great. It was just great.
Right.
I don't even know where I got it. Just the feel. I copped the feel from whatever I was listening to.
Right.
And I copped that, And some guys, I don't know. I just don't know why they end up being the way they are on the drums.
Yeah.
But it's not pleasant.
Yeah. Right.
It's not pleasant at
Right.
all. And that can ruin a good band.
Yeah.
It can absolutely ruin
Yeah.
an otherwise good band.
Yeah.
I won't name any names, but there's been a band out at BCB a couple of times.
All right.
And female lead vocalist, which I don't have any problem with that,
Right.
except when they try to cover a lot of the like AC/DC and stuff like that with a
Right.
female lead singer. I'm just, it's just not the same.
Right.
It just doesn't have that puncheroo,
Right.
But yeah, their drummer. Oh man, what a mess!
Yeah.
What a mess! I have an app on my phone called Tap Tempo.
Yeah.
And you can tap it and it'll tell you what the tempo of the song is.
Right.
And you could get it. It goes faster and faster. So they slow it down, dude. What do you,
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I hate that. When you lose
Yeah.
the feel of a song,
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, I always had the issue of sometimes my stick would get caught on something and during a run or something, and it just tears the whole song apart. And after the song, I was like, "Wow, that sounds like crap."
Well, that's when it's time to maybe think about changing your setup a little bit.
Yeah.
I've had the same issues, man. I've had the same issues. And for me, I many years ago, I figured out I was playing too low.
Okay.
Not the drums, but my seat.
Right.
I was a little too low.
Right.
And once I got it up, it was like, oh, this is so much easier.
Right.
This is so much easier. And
Right.
I didn't want to look like a big guy behind a Tinker Toy kit.
Right.
I hate that look.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons why I like the Bonham kit so much because the bass drum is a massive 26 inches,
Right. Yeah.
And pictures, me playing that look pretty good.
Right.
So
Right.
It's all about the
Absolutely.
picture.
Yeah.
I know there's drummers listening right now who hate me right now, but man, you got to get the feel down,
Right.
baby. You got to get the feel. You got to get the feel of that tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the kick drum and the snare drum.
That's it.
And stop playing the dang ride cymbal so much. It's funny. You listen back to a lot of this stuff, something you learned, and go back and relearn it, and
Right.
you're going to find out. It's not, and stop hitting those damn cymbals so hard.
Yeah.
Stop hitting them so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch Bonham, he never hit the cymbals hard.
No.
He was a monster. He's just going
Right.
like this, but he'd reach up and go, that'd be it. And the engineers loved him because of that. They absolutely loved him because of that.
That's what people don't understand is like, let the venue do the working. The sound, that's
Yeah.
why they put overheads on you.
Yeah.
So they can
Yeah.
pick that up. So you don't need to play any louder.
Yeah, it's true. And you know how they mic'd him?
How's that?
How they mic'd Bonham for the first album? It was Glenn Johns, an engineer named Glenn Johns, very, very famous rock music engineer.
Okay.
He had 3 mics on the drums.
Really?
Kick drum, of course.
Right.
And then he had a mic overhead. And then he had another mic off to the side of the drum kit, exactly the same distance as the overhead was.
Okay.
And this was over on the floor tom side. That's how he mic'd the kit.
Huh.
That's how he mic'd the kit. And he also got room tone. He's getting room tone from something.
Right.
Because, that's a big ambient sound that Bonham was getting even
Right.
back then.
Right.
But that's how he did it.
That's
And
crazy.
very expensive microphones, like ribbon mics,
Right.
tube mics,
Right.
expensive stuff.
Right.
But yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
how he mic'd it.
Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah,
stuff. I've had a vision, and you're in it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in it. And I just want to put this out there, especially for all you Western North Carolina people here, is you can tell I don't have a man's voice. My voice is pretty high. And when I sing, I do sing a lot. And I grew up on Led Zeppelin, and I sang a lot of Robert Plant. And I never got the chance to all the bands I've been in. I got to sing a Zeppelin song here and there,
Right.
here and there from the drums,
Right.
right, from the drums. Even though I did a lot of lead singing out front,
Right.
you know, shaking the tail feather, so to speak.
Right.
Even though I did a lot of that, I just never had the opportunity to be like in a Led Zeppelin tribute band.
Gotcha.
And I wanted one. I even came up with the name Led Zepp again.
Okay.
And then I realized there was like 10 Led Zeppelins all over the country.
Right.
I got to dump that. Maybe Led Zeppelin Florida. Or maybe I could do Led Zeppelin North Carolina. But you're a big strapping fella, and you could play Bonham like nobody's business.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it,
Yeah.
you could really put your mind. You got the look for it and everything. Man. And I've grown my hair out, and if I scrunch it up, it's kind of curly. I'm losing weight. I
Right.
bought these bell-bottom jeans that I'm wearing. I got some cool like boho shirts. You probably don't even know what that means. Bohemian style.
Gotcha.
Like kind of hippie style, right?
Right.
I don't think I'll ever be brave enough to go open shirt, but I got the bracelets. You see, check these out. You see
Yeah,
this?
man.
Got the bracelets. I got the necklaces now, and I come up here sometimes when nobody's around, and I just crank up the Zeppelin karaoke from YouTube.
Yeah.
I just start singing as loud as I can, as hard as I can, singing Robert Plant stuff, and I'm having a ball doing it. And the vision is that we find our Jimmy Page and our John Paul Jones, and we do it, and we just do it. You know, a Led Zeppelin tribute act could make a lot of money in Western North Carolina.
Yeah.
Could make a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't be doing it for the money. I'd probably let you guys have all the money because I just want to do it.
Right.
I just really want to do it.
Right.
So I'm putting that out there. I just have this vision of that amber Vistalite kit back there, all lit up, cool.
That'd be cool.
And walking out on the stage silently, and the house music's coming down,
Right.
and the lights go, and then the lights go black, and just suddenly, hey, mama said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove, and then,
Right.
then the bombast starts,
Right.
and maybe from that go right into a whole lot of love or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But you can do it. You as a tribute act, you can do a 2-hour show,
Yeah.
and you may be on a bill with some other bands or whatever. But
Right.
you can do a 2-hour tribute show,
Yeah.
and you can make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
They pay people pay big bucks for that.
Absolutely.
bucks.
Absolutely.
And if a place like Fortner's BCB down there, if he thought he could pull in, 500 people,
Right.
I'm sure he'd pay it. I'm
Right.
sure he'd pay for it.
Yeah.
He pays Bad Romeo. I know those guys got to charge a couple of grand at least. At least he gets one band there, pretty good band, another pretty good band. Shoot, if I can remember their name. They're from Virginia,
Okay.
and they come all the way here from Virginia to play
Jeez.
here at BCB. You know they got to be asking for a lot of money,
Right.
And if they're not, they're stupid. They need to be, and they're good.
Right.
They're good. Female lead singer, very, very good. Oh man, they did Cheap Trick, The Flame. Do you know that tune?
Not off the top of my head.
It's one of those hair metal ballads from
Gotcha,
the day
gotcha.
that would just really rip your heart out and show it to you before you die.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, I know that's a Robin Zander tune, but you sound so good
Right.
singing it.
Right.
That was great. That was really, really cool.
Very cool.
Very good band.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah. With the bands he's hiring there, they're hit or miss.
Right.
And a lot of miss, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
some of them I've been very impressed with.
Right.
Very impressed with. I've seen some of the best too.
Yeah.
And these guys, it's a lot of fun.
Very cool.
So I'm excited about the music scene in Swain County.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I'm
seems to be
excited
blooming.
about it. And if we could, I don't know, would you be amenable to a Led Zeppelin act?
I think I could try it. I don't know if I could fit the shoes, but I'll give it a try.
It's not hard.
Right.
It's not hard. And even if you get close, that's good enough.
Right.
Bonham wasn't some sort of master of the technique.
Right.
He was bombastic.
Right.
And he just played them hard. And he came up with some cool licks.
Yeah.
And he could work that kick drum pedal, man.
Yeah.
He could do a double stroke on the kick drum
Yep.
pedal. That was just, I learned that immediately as soon as I started learning to play drums. I learned that because I wanted to play good times, bad times.
Right. Right. Right.
So anyway, I belabored this way too much. I'm sure people are bored out of their skulls right now. But this has been fun. I hope you had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Absolutely, as always.
Great. Okay. Well, let me run this thing one more time here. I'm going to say that it's important to me, at least. I don't know if it's important to anybody else, but I would really like it if you would like this video on YouTube or wherever you're watching it. You can like it. Give it the thumbs up. And if you don't like it, give it the thumbs down. But make sure if you don't like it, make sure you hit that twice to just really let me know that you don't like it. And there's that. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel because the subscriptions have been going up too.
Absolutely.
It's still tiny, but
Hey.
you know, hey, it's Bryson City, population 1,750.
Yeah.
But it's been a load of fun for me. I hope you had a good time.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to get out of here. Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, if you get a chance, go check out Tribe Called Praise on Facebook.
Absolutely.
I've got to get better on posting. I take care of that, and I'm terrible at posting stuff. But check us out on Facebook. We're going to be at Camp Living Water October 30th.
Cool.
They're having their trick or treat thing. Bring your kids, come out, have some fun.
Public's invited?
Absolutely.
What time of day are you playing?
I think it'd be a little bit after 5 o'clock. I think that's when they start.
On Halloween?
The 30th.
Oh, the 30th.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
So yeah, bring the kids. They'll have food, candy.
And that's Live Water?
Camp Living Water.
Living Water.
Yes, sir.
Living Water. Camp Living Water. Okay. Well, I'm sure I could find that. Probably about 5 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
All right. You need any support for that? Like a bass player?
I can talk to the boys and we'll see.
Well, you should bring them over here. And check. I mean, studio wise, I'm getting rid of that big ugly chair there.
Right.
My wife, she thought that was going to be a good idea. But, it's a big open space. I've got the drum kit permanently set up.
Right.
You could actually play that.
Yeah.
You could, even though it's a left-handed setup, you could
Right.
play it because I got the feet reversed.
Right.
So it's your feet. What you do with your feet, you just have to play open like this, like I did for decades.
Right.
I played a right-handed kit that way for decades. Nobody complained. Everybody said I was pretty good. So, all right. So we'll get on out of here. Hey, I want to say this, and I'm just going to go to just look at me right here, right now. It's ever since Charlie Kirk died, it's become very, very clear to me in my walk with the Lord that it's very, very important that I share Jesus Christ with people. And I'm talking about the plan of salvation. I'm talking about if you don't know what that means, it's so simple. It's so very simple. If you're at a point in your life, if you're a seeker and you haven't found the truth, what you feel is the truth, it's very important that you at least consider giving your life over to Jesus Christ. And here's how it works. You pray. It's a simple prayer. You just say, God, I'm a sinner. I know it. I know that I have let you down. I know that many things in my life I've done that have disconnected me from you and that we've never had a relationship. And I also know that you gave your only son to this planet Earth, that whoever would believe in him and his teaching and what he was doing, whoever believed in that would not die, but would have everlasting life in paradise, in heaven. And he, of course, suffered the sins of the entire world on his own body, and unbelievable torture that he endured until the death. But what's the good news? He rose from the dead 3 days later and then said, I'm fulfilling the prophecy right now. Everything I told you has come true now. And now I go to be with my Father. And you can do that too. Now go and tell the nations. Go and tell the nations everything that you've learned and everything that you've seen. So if you pray that simple prayer, then basically your name is written in the book of life. And that, I know it sounds like fairy tale sky, God and all that, whatever. But I've been a Christian nearly my entire life. And I have seen God's work in my life. It takes faith. You believe in the scriptures, in the Bible, get to know them. And you know what? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard to do it. It just takes sitting down and doing it. There's a lot of good study guides out there. There's a lot of good stuff out there. You can do it. And get yourself plugged into a local church. That's a little more of a mystery factor there, but what's that going to be like? But you can do it. And I hope that you do. It's made my life what it is today. The book of Philippians, as an example, the book of Philippians is all about being joyful. It's all about how to find joy and to keep joy and to be able to be joyful. It beats being happy. All right. So all kinds of great words to live by in those scriptures, and I hope that you'll check it out. And if you need to know anything more about that, listen, you can drop me an email at stanarthur@gmail.com. Okay, you do that, drop me an email. And for those of you who are listening and have enjoyed this program, leave a comment. Leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube or on Rumble or on X, wherever you're watching this. I really, really appreciate it. So that's going to do it for us. I just wanted to hit that, and I'm going to do that every week. So those of you who know that I'm going to do that, you can turn it off early.
Right.
The rest of you, I hope you watch. I hope you listen, and I hope you can find your way to faith, because it's going to change your life
100%.
for the better. For the better. All right. So with that, let's get on out of here. Hope you had a good time.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Bye now.